All right, good evening, everyone. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the Montclair Township Planning Board. In accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting was given by posting a copy of the notice on the first floor of this building and also by posting it on the town website. It's also published in the newspaper designated by the township for notices. We are being broadcast live on Channel 34 and stream live and available on demand on YouTube. This is a quasi-judicial proceeding, meaning that the board has powers and procedures that resemble a court of law. We're obligated, to objectively determine facts and draw conclusions from them in order to provide the basis for official action. Any questions or comments must be limited to the issues that the board can legally consider in reaching a decision, and decorum appropriate for a judicial hearing should be maintained at all times. First thing on our agenda this evening is our roll call, and I'm here.
Vice Chair Brodock.
I'm here.
Mr. Graham is excused. Mr. Ian Wally.
Here.
Ms. Lockman.
Here.
Mr. Ortiz.
Here.
Mr. Pierre.
Present.
Welcome, Mr. Terry.
Thank you. I'm here.
That's Councilor Terry.
Ms. Willis.
Here.
Chair Wynn.
And here.
Mr. Jacobson.
Here.
And Mr. Neiman.
Here.
Okay.
All right, and I'd like to welcome Councilman Terry, Mr. Terry, whatever you're most comfortable with.
Thank you. We've known each other for a long time, whatever. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and welcome to the board, and we look forward to your participation and your input.
Well, I'll try to do the best that I can. I know it's been a difficult job over the years, but I've been following, and you've been doing a great job here representing our community. So, I'm grateful to have an opportunity to work with this group here. Thank you.
Welcome. All right, we have minutes from our October 30th meeting first.
Okay, and I had changes to the minutes from Vice Chair Brodock and Ms. Lockman. Are there any additional changes to the October 30th minutes?
Move that we accept them as modified.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining?
I'm abstaining.
Yep,
Mr. Terry as well.
yep. Okay,
All right, and now we have November 6th.
and I received changes to those as well from Vice Chair Brodock and Ms. Lockman. Are there any additional changes?
Move that we accept them as modified.
And
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? And I have them all here, your name included. Okay,
All right. We have no resolutions, and but we do have two matters listed, one of which, John's Automotive, is going to be continued to our October 30th meeting.
no, it started in the October 30th.
Oh, it started in the October.
What we
We're-
should do next is we should adopt the calendar, so then we can give the dates for those two applications to be, because we can't really forward them until we adopt a calendar for next year.
Sounds good.
So, I included a draft schedule of meetings in your packet, and the only comment I got was from Vice Chair Brodock that April 8th is spring break. So my suggestion is to change that to April 15th. It's also I believe it's the solar eclipse on April 8th. That is the day of the solar eclipse, so.
It's also the day my taxes are due, but that's not good.
On the 8th, that's the 15th.
15th.
Yeah.
Tax day eclipse, tax day eclipse.
So does anybody else have any other changes? Other than that? Okay, is there a motion to adopt the calendar of meetings?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay.
Okay. Now, for John's Automotive, we have a request to carry that.
Yes, the request is to carry that to February 26th. So, anybody who's here or listening for application 2850, John's Automotive at 160 Glenridge Avenue, that application will not be heard tonight. It will be heard on February 26th at 7:30 here in the municipal building with no further notice. And he did extend the time of decision. So the second application that's asked for an adjournment, or to be carried, is application 2859, which is 81A Alexander Avenue. It's a minor subdivision, and they asked that it be carried to the first meeting in January, which would be January 8th. So, no, they told me that they couldn't make it because their expert couldn't be here. It is incomplete. It is incomplete, but what generally happens, if it's just a minor issue of incompleteness, they could come here and ask the board for a waiver from that. It's a judgment call. I have some applications that I've deemed incomplete that have such insufficient information that we can't even, I don't feel comfortable bringing it to the board for a public hearing. This one, it's not that major of an issue for the incompleteness, and they can either provide it at the meeting or ask for a waiver from it. And, yeah, it's for the elevations of the house. So, so that'll be carried to the January 8th meeting.
And you'll recommend that they get those elevations to us by then?
They've had my report for quite a while, so they know that that's been a request.
Well, yeah, when you're communicating or agreeing to carry it,
Yeah.
you should also strongly urge them to
Yep.
take care of that.
So, so that's it. I just want to report to the board that I know I have not received or solicited proposals from our board professionals for next year because we are issuing an RFP. It'll go out, I think, on this Friday for all professionals, for all my boards and for my office. But the purchasing department structured it so that these would be for a maximum of 5-year appointments, and we won't have to do it every year. So I think it's going to be, by the time we get them back, the deadline's December 20th. It's going to be in January that we're going to be selecting our board professionals.
So we'll just have a provisional carrying everybody
We'll
until...
carry everybody until the new board professionals are in place. So I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. All right. Only other business that I'm aware of is that we did receive notice of a lawsuit with respect to Lackawanna.
What about committee reports? Did the master plan subcommittee meet?
What did you ask?
Did the master plan subcommittee meet?
No.
Yes. Yes, we did.
I guess I forgot. It seems like it was so long ago. Yes, we did.
It does feel like it was a long time ago.
That's right, we did.
We did meet.
And what we decided, there was a couple of items that we wanted to include in our budget for next year. We talked about parking was the main issue. I've asked for money to support our master plan efforts, and one of the things that the subcommittee recommended is perhaps to do an updated parking analysis, evaluation of how our parking lots are being used, because so many of the issues involve parking, and there's a big question about that. So that's one of the things that recommend, and we won't be able to do that until I get the budget for next year to make sure, see if I have enough money to do that.
So you requested money in your
I
budget
did.
proposal, but you don't know yet
Right.
whether it's going to be approved. Okay,
Right.
thank you.
When does that get decided, the budget?
Sometime in the first quarter of next year. We get a temporary budget to start off the year, And we work off of a temporary budget until it's adopted, which is usually in the latter part of the first quarter. So, what else did we decide at the subcommittee? That's what comes to mind for me right now.
Yeah, we looked at some of the language that was in the master plan, and specifically some things that we've talked about in other meetings here about development in different areas of the township and what made sense or not, at least from our subcommittee perspective. And so we're taking a look at revising some of the text in there, and we'll bring that forward for the whole board.
Right.
Any other committees meet?
I think, to my knowledge, that's it. The Development Review Committee, but we meet every month anyway. So that's it.
Just one more question. Is there anything major coming down the pike that we should be aware of? Sometimes I feel like the community knows what's happening before we do. So is there any applications you're looking at? Anything happening?
There's nothing major.
Nothing major happening?
No.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want to tackle bills before we go to executive session?
Well, we can. We have to come back out of it anyway, but we can do it now.
Or just asking?
We want to hear Arthur's advice first before we decide whether to pay him.
This is why you want us on the other side of the dais.
My voice carries. I can really do this from anywhere.
So we're going to do
So, yeah, let's do the bills. And
So Keith, you had two bills that you had questions about.
Yeah, there are a couple of the Boswell Engineering bills. It was invoice 182052 and 182044. One, I had a question. It seems like instead of getting billed for the regular meeting rate, we got billed an hourly rate.
Right.
And so I'm not sure if that's accurate.
So I reached out to, I sent both those bills to Marisa and asked her to address them.
Okay.
I haven't heard back, so let's just hold off on those two bills.
Okay.
Until the next meeting. But I think we can approve the other ones.
Then I would move to approve the other ones.
second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay.
Should I move to executive session?
Anything else? All right, well, yeah, we're aware of a lawsuit that was served on the township. Because of that, I'd like to move that we go into executive session so that we can discuss what's going on.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay.
Okay. We don't have any further business this evening, so I move.
There you
Oh.
go.
No further business this evening, so I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Okay, see you in 2 weeks.